Hello and welcome to the WRC Stages podcast.
Hi, we are in Carlisle, or near Carlisle, to watch the Carlisle Stages second round of the British Rally Championship. And it's lovely weather again. I cannot believe it. We've had two rallies now with like 18 degree whatever, sunny. It did predict it was going to get cloudy now, but it's not looking too bad.
No, I mean, we've been like just shorts, t-shirts all day. Even when there's a bit of wind, it's quite nice. Like, we've just been sat out and it's quite nice between the cars, instead of just sheltering from the rain and the cold wind, just being able to enjoy the sun a bit. It's
sit
nice.
on the sun and get a tan. Well, I don't know if I've got a tan or if it's just all the dust. It's extremely dusty here. You'll have to watch the vlog to find out exactly how dusty it is.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a really lovely rally so far. Anyway, what have you been up to?
In the last few weeks, so since the last podcast, I've not actually been up to much motorsport really. There's been no rallies on for me to go watch. I've just been kind of working, websites, logos, branding. That's sort of the day job. That's about it. What else have I been up to? Oh,
Running.
did some running.
Yeah. Wow, now that is exhilarating.
I think
sport.
the target audience for all rally fans love running, so I'll keep it brief. Yeah, I did some running, now my legs ache, and obviously when your legs ache, coming to a rally is not actually the funniest thing in the world, because you're stepping on all this grass and bogs and trying to get around now. The calves are just killing, but yeah, you've had much more of an exciting few weeks.
I've had quite an exciting few weeks. So obviously on the road to rally, which I'm doing, you have to go get a license. So I did my bars test, and oh my God, was it fun. I did it at full price rally school, and it was genuinely perfect. So they walked you through everything you need to do to pass the test. And I got 20 out of 20, the only test I've ever got full marks on. And then you got to go out in a rally car, and it was a proper like spec'd out Subaru Impreza 2-litre turbo. And I've driven a 2-litre non-turbo with like not proper tyres on as well. It was all right, but then when I did this, John, who was running it, was pushing you on. Oh, there's a rally car going past now. But was proper pushing you on and won't let you go slowly. And oh my God, it was so fun. It was like, this is what I've been waiting for 21 years, just to be able to drive this car. Oh, and it was amazing.
It was on like a weekday, which was a shame, because I'd have come along. I'd have either not competed. I'd have either got the bars test, done the bars test with him, or just come to like watch and record some videos and stuff. But it was on like a Thursday or something. Yeah. Just random, because you just rang me at like 3 o'clock that day. I was like, I'm setting off to Wales. I'm like, what do you mean? That's what happens when you're unemployed and a student. You just set off on a random Thursday, book in your accommodation, and then just go.
Well, yeah, I was going to go book it for the Saturday, but then there were no more places. So I was like, right, I better do it tomorrow then. Booked some accommodation in Wales. Lovely, nice little apartment. And then next day went on to do the bar test. It's so fun. Yeah. So yeah, it's all looking good. We've got car sorted. All we've got to do is pay for the car. That's it. But everything's signed, everything's sorted, signed up to it. So yeah, very, very excited for that.
So I've not done the bars test yet, but what does it entail? So I mean, like, I know there's like a written side or an exam side of it, and then the going out in the car.
Yeah.
But for people who might not know what they are, what is a bars test?
Well, a bars test is a test to basically make sure that you're safe enough. So
British Association of Rally Schools.
I think so. I don't know. He knows
maybe.
his stuff. Yeah, it might not be.
It's not. It's completely different.
A bars test is basically a test that you're safe enough to go on and do a rally. So you do a practical and a theory test, and you get like 2 hours where they walk you through each question, what to do, what not to do, and they do make it like obvious of the bits that you need to know. So they say like, yeah, you might want to write this one down. It's open book exam, so it's hard to fail. I think it's almost impossible to fail. The theory bit, what it will fail you for is if you rubbish out on stage. And yeah, it was really, really good. Like I just kind of thought, well, in my head I was like, right, just go slowly and pass it. And then I put my foot down for the first time and completely forgot I was in a test. I was like, this is mega. It was proper gravel stages as well. It were really good.
How long was the stage that day?
So well, it was like it's like going on like figures eight, but on proper hills and proper stages and stuff. And you got to go up to about like 70, 80 mile per hour.
But it's the same place where people do tests.
Yeah, it's like Elliot Payne tests there and stuff like that.
So it's a proper little
proper stages.
Gravel route kind of thing. Yeah.
Best I've been to. Everyone says like Phil Price just seemed to be the best one. I had an absolute great day. And
from the phone call afterwards, Oliver was very excited. I was like at work or something, and Oliver was just going, I've done it. I've done the bar test. I got 20 out of 20. Best exam I've ever had. And then and I think he called himself something along the words of a driving god, and that he was going to be the next Colin McRae without crashing and winning all the world championships.
It wasn't quite like that, but I think now I want to do gravel rallying over tarmac rallying, which hurts me because I want to do mull. Like mulls, I'll probably end up still doing it at some point in my life. Yeah. But mull's like the one I want to be really good at. But I think I'll just stick to gravel because gravel just so
same
fun.
as like he's been rallying his whole life.
No.
I'll stick to rally. I'll stick to gravel.
Yeah, and like I've got the money to do mulling gravel events.
You've been in a rally car twice driving.
Yeah, I'm a driving god. No,
I can't wait till he writes it off of this single venue.
First corner, just flip it and roll it.
With Dad navigating.
He's really good. Dad's done 83, 84 events in his life. Been rallying for 30 years. It's like the perfect person to help me. Or it could also be the complete wrong. It could be like slow down or speed or I don't know what even like. But hopefully it should be quite good. I want him to like push me on. If he knows I can go quicker, I want him to push me to make me go quicker.
You learned a bit about the navigating side of it as well, which I found really intriguing.
Yes, it's not just like you learn about navigating bits I didn't like know, but like time controls. And I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten some bits of it. But like how precise it all has to be, what happens at the start and the finish of the stage. Just basically runs you through from the start of the rally all the way to the end.
I mean, I wasn't there on the test, so I'm not, take this with a pinch of salt, but it was something like, you've got to get to your time control before the stage, a minute before, or within the minute.
Yeah, you got to get on your minute.
But like these are little things which like are the bits which stop me wanting to navigate and stuff, because you don't know them yet. So you can either do a session about it and learn about it, or you have to have somebody experience and kind of learn from them. So like having, as Dad there, who knows this stuff about the back of his hand, it just reduces all the stress. Because if it was me there, I'd be stressing, which means you'd be stressing, and you go into the stage being like, I haven't even handled something.
No idea.
Yeah, so it's good. It's a good way to start.
I think if you explained it your first time, there'd be a bit more like, leaning if you came in a minute early or something like that. But also, I think I do want to do navigating because obviously it's so much more cheaper, and just right now cannot afford to go rallying every year. But so I do want to get into navigating, and they do a course which is 250 quid again, like the bars test. But I feel like it would genuinely help you. You go out on stage reading pace notes and stuff like that. So I will be doing that if if I do want to get into navigating.
So 250 quid's a lot for a one-off, but once you know it, you know it.
Expensive in rallying.
I know. Yeah.
I've learned that very quickly.
I keep looking at cars and I'm just like, I can't afford it.
And the tyres, like some people are paying like $2,000 for 4 sets for 4 tyres. It's stupid money. It
gets quite expensive, when you. Well, it's one of the things as well. It's like how long's a piece of rope or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can do it for cheap. You can, you've done it for relatively cheap.
Relatively
a couple of grand, which is still a long time saving. But you've saved up for years to get here, and family have helped you out and everything. Like it's been a big push to get that. But then you can also spend 250k on a brand new Rally 2. So. It's one of them. It's like any motorsport really, or even golf. But everybody would rather be rallying than golf. Well, everybody I know would rather be in a rally car
than golf.
Anyway, we've got a second topic in mind for this podcast, which is,
as a rally spectator, do you want cars to go off
and crash?
Crash, yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually a good point, and like again, this is one of the ones that we've had like different opinions a bit. The thing I've always said is, I think crashes as a spectator are good, unless the cars are right off or cars really badly damaged, because it's a lot of money and I feel very sorry for the driver and navigator or whoever owns the car. And then, especially, nobody's injured. Like, even if it's a broken arm or something, whatever, like, you don't want to see a crash where paramedics have to come onto the stage or people have to go in air ambulance or whatever it is, or even just written off from work, that affects the day-to-day, We don't want to see that. Damaged at car, I don't want to see because it makes me cry because it's an expensive car. Obviously, it'll upset the driver. But when they go off and just slide off stage, end up in a ditch and can't get back out, and then the spectators get involved and push it back out.
That's what I want. I want a car to go off and we save it so it can like stay in the rally. So like the one's just gone off where it was, and he can now carry on the rally because there's no damage to the car. We're just stuck. And that's perfect. You can get them pushed out and they can continue to do the stage.
It's a shame because they will get a stage maximum for this.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if they'll make it in time for the next control.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll be able to finish a rally. But at least the car's up moving. We don't have to get the tow truck in and stuff like. And even if they want to go home, they probably can go home now.
It could be you have to wash the car and maybe get some mud out of the bumpers or whatever. But
so it is a shame. It is a massive shame when somebody goes off. But I think to us as a spectator, it actually is kind of worth it if they go off.
There's two that come to mind when I think of like the perfect crashes. There was one you want their first year in Mull where it was like I think it was replica or a WRC Fiesta Focus went off. It's called Christmas Tree Corner. If you go up to Mull, you'll know it. And it went off, and there were about 20 of us all. We were chucking down with rain. Everyone was like wankered. It was so great. And it was like jumping down this cliff. We'll put clip in now if you're watching and you're not listening with your ear holes.
If we can find it.
Yeah. And everyone just pushed it back out and got it going. And that was great because it carried on the rally. And then again, when we stayed until 4 o'clock in the morning and it was properly chucking down, and we were really steaming then.
That was brilliant. I mean, Oliver was more steaming than me because I'd been driving between I've not been drinking because I've been driving people around the island.
I've been drinking since like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. and then it got to like maybe 4 or 5 or something, maybe 6, 7. I don't know, sometime in the evening, and we'd just gone back out onto the stage, and then I'd started drinking. But I think all we had was we had tinnies. We had many tinnies.
We came up with a crate and a half, and then a bottle of JD, and it was nearly.
And it was hailing it down. Me and Oliver under umbrellas, like umbrella in front, umbrella behind, just like a little pico to watch the cars come past. Drinking JD honey between the cars, absolutely.
And then this it's again at Christmas Tree Car. This car Mark 2 goes off, and it's 1 mile from the end of the stage. I mean, a kilometre. It was. You don't want to go off there. Yeah, us and some Geordie lads are up there. All I genuinely get falling down this cliff. I'm going down, and it's that bigger lad just rolling down next to me.
It's a cliff. Like it's not like there's like bits where you can put your hand down.
Steep
but when you've had a few bevies, it's not quite easy to navigate. So it was falling or skidding down.
And they got out, and they were like, we tried to push them a little bit, and they're like, right, now pack it in. And we're like, I remember going, get back in the fucking car. I'm not like, if we push it to the finish, we push it to finish. It's down the end of this road. And he's like, oh yeah, all right, get it in, and we push it out. Then engine cuts out. I was like, oh great, and then we bump start, and it gets to the end. It does finish. We see it the next day, and again, not too much damage done. And that was the difference between getting the finish. I don't think there was any damage done. He dropped at 2 minutes. That were it. If that.
So that's the sort of crash I like to see. He managed to finish the stage. Yes, I mean his rally. I mean he wasn't a top car.
Yeah, that's 73rd or something.
So I mean, still your class rankings and whatnot, but it doesn't make it any less enjoyable to them. I'm sure. Like they've had a crash, they managed to get it out. All the the crowd there. There was like 4, 5, 6, 7 of us like pushing it out. But it is fun, and it gives you something. It's like if there was no crashes in rallying, it would be a lot more boring because it's a kind of that's what makes it exciting is the fact that you can crash because it's a live sport, it's quick, it's action-packed, it's adrenaline fueled.
Why any sport's good is because it's the unknown. You don't know if...
That's why you watch WRC, you don't know what's going to happen. F1 the same, go off the start grid, you're not disappointed if sometimes I am a bit disappointed if I don't crash at the start. Like, it's that anticipation of what could happen that makes rallying so great. It's like, as long as nobody's injured and the car's not a write-off, I'm pretty happy.
Think about when you went to WRC Greece. It was an absolute huge smash. Everyone was alright, but it was a big crash. And it almost made the day. Like, it was so bad. This car was probably a write-off. Both wheels came off, frame was bent. It was bad.
Yeah, both wheels coming off in once.
In WRC2, it was really bad. But also, it was fun. It was like, if they're going to crash, and especially if they're going to stop the stage, at least stop it in front of us. And it was right in front of us. I mean, we'll have a clip of that as well. And you can see me and him just, jumping down onto it.
We record a lot of rally cars, and we seem to always miss the ones with the crashes.
Yeah.
So we always get
someone else's footage,
So somebody else's footage who were next to us. They're from the Canary Islands. And they sent us the footage, but you'll see me and Oliver just jump down, scramble. Oliver go...
You okay? You okay?
Because he puts on an accent for some reason.
Yeah. But then afterwards, I went running upstage because the stage is still live. Run upstage, and they come round this blind corner. Front ends lift up. I'm in the middle of the road trying to wave them down like that and doing that. And oh my god, that's gave me a right rush. I've got a clip of it, but only for like 1 second because the guy who filmed it, he was running off into shot himself. And it, like when they're coming up, when you see the front end lifting coming towards you, oh my god, you're excited.
He's accelerating towards you.
Excited, and then just go and then straight back onto the front like to stop. And oh my god,
if I was in the car, I'd just carried on.
Hit me.
No, See, some English bloke. 14 pints of beer in
Yeah. I think we gave Navigator a beer as well.
Yeah, no, it was like, like I said, the first thing that got out, I don't know where they found a chair from, but the driver found a chair, sat down, cig out.
Yeah, straight away. But it didn't seem that sad. Like, if you compete in WRC2, you've got to have a bit of brass. So I guess you fix it up. I mean, you probably maybe want to write it off, but it was a lot of damage.
It was. Probably
right.
Hit a tree side on, like the chassis will be bent in the middle. Two wheels off.
So anyway, I'm not an engineer. I do not have a clue if that'll be written off or not.
Somebody who's an engineer or works on rally cars, when you see this footage, let me know if it's a write off.
Yeah.
I'd say it is, but
possibly.
Yeah, I think there's the fun to be had is with or knowing that there could be a crash.
If it is going to happen, do it in front of us.
Yeah.
And if you are going to go off, just go off like a little bit. We can push you back on. We can save it for you. That's what kind of we want.
I only feel really important. And we're like, wow, look at us go.
He wouldn't finish it. For us, even though there's 20 other lads that are also pushing it out.
Maybe we can make a podcast about it and use it as a topic. That's a good idea.
Yeah, great content. So, do you want a crash to happen in front of you
today?
No, just when you go to rallies.
I mean, yeah, I do, yeah.
Yes.
If you're,
I don't want it to be me.
If you're a rally driver who's recently been through a crash, no, we'd never want that. That's such an
not
awful
bad.
thing.
We just want you to have a little bit. Go off. We'll be able to push you back on.
Yeah,
have a bit of fun.
I guess it does make it a bit of fun.
But sorry, you'd be lying if you say about spectators going, "Oh, would you like a car to crash?" No.
And it also brings people together. It's like I don't know, like having something like there was like 10 people around there.
Oh, no,
10 people to start with. And then when it all got busy, there were more like 30 people all jumping on this car to help push it out.
Yeah. So I'm hoping we see him again. Because that would be good. Like, if he could continue on with his rally.
Is it a 15-minute cut-off? I'm not sure if it's. If it is.
I've just done my bars test. I should know the rules.
Anyway, moving on. We've just talked about WRC Greece and how fun that was.
Yes.
But where are we off next?
Portugal. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. We're off to FAF Jump. It's got like a huge arena with like 10,000 or something spectators there. And it's so iconic. It could be the most iconic jump. You've got ones in Finland, like that big one at the end of a stage.
I don't know if it's as iconic in name, like the ones in Finland. You know them, you can recognise them, but like, actually no, well, they all kind of look the same in Finland. I mean, there's some big jumps.
There's that one last one which is like huge, which is right.
I would argue that FAF, the jump at FAF is the best. It's the crowds you get there.
It's known as being like the best spectator one.
Yeah, and there's, I was gonna say tens, maybe not tens of thousands of people around this like arena of just crowds around this big jump.
It'll be
it's
so
like
good.
It's a famous one. You'll have seen clips from it for like the Group B when like Colin McRae's and all them, like just when everybody was like in the roads. Now it's a bit, you've got safety's kind of
you're not stood where the cars are landing.
Yeah, not anymore. But yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, that's one of the big jumps. But the whole week, like, we've got we'll be going to 3 days of stages.
Yeah. We've got museum. We've got the FAF museum, which I'm excited for. Just a pure rally museum,
and it's probably going to be really busy.
Oh yeah, we may need to book it. Yeah, we might want to book.
So we should book that. But
going to Porto for a day.
We might go to Porto for the day, which
go karting.
We'd like to go karting or bugging.
Or bugging. We haven't decided yet.
Basically, a full week of just action-packed stuff.
It's going to be so expensive.
It is going to be really expensive. It's all right for me with a job, but for somebody without...
But can you buy a poster, please?
Yeah,
please. To afford it.
Yeah, now's a good time to throw an advert. Here's our poster.
What else are we going to be doing? Just a load of rally. Oh, we've got a really nice house as well. I don't know why we've booked it, because it's way too nice for us. But it's got a nice pool. So you've got a pool table, which I think is the reason why we booked it.
Pool table.
Just basically for the pool table. So even if it is raining.
Outside pool, outdoor pool, and an indoor pool table.
Barbecue area.
It's stunning. Like middle of like these vineyards in Portugal. It's just like it's like a half an hour walk into like town where there's a river and like restaurants and bars, supermarket across the road.
Yeah.
It's like it's massive.
But the thing is, that's cheaper than if we stay in a hotel. It's cheaper to go get a house because there's 4 of us. But it's to do that. Like it's about 100 or 200 quid cheaper to get a house, and it's way nicer. So it's like definitely why wouldn't you? It looks
gorgeous, and it's like it makes the whole trip a holiday as well.
Yeah, it's not just a rallying trip. We're off to actually enjoy it as well.
It's like when we went to Greece. I mean, we're in Greece. We were looking in Greece. We had no options because it was either I was down to go to this really dingy hotel.
No, it was the apartment. It was the really horrible apartment. Yeah,
it was pretty grim. And then Oliver was like, "Was this one?" I was like, "It was like $2,000 or something."
It was like 300 quid each. It wasn't too bad.
I think but I think like €2,000. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, it's a bit expensive, it's just for rallying and stuff." And then we got there and it was so worth it. Like, sat there by the, for the build up to it, we could just sunbathe and
nice barbecue area. That's key. Seating and barbecuing area.
Seating, barbecue area, yeah. It just makes such a fun trip. And yeah, this one is an even nicer place. I like it when I read through the description. It was like, there's enough room for 7 people, seven cars parking. And I was like, what?
He's waiting. I don't know why we booked it.
We'd probably turn up in this rental Fiat Panda again. It's like,
they'll figure. But also going back to the jump at FAF. So if you were in Group B days, what would you do? Would you go in the middle of the road? Like, would you get close to the stage and like get out of the way?
Anything for a shot. I think guy with camera. No,
I think I won't go in the middle, but I go close.
There's always going to be somebody madder going further. So I would.
I'd go close. I'd be like on the edge of the stage, but not actually in the stage. Like really close, trying to get like the action.
You wouldn't be able to see it if you wasn't right in the middle.
Imagine the buzz you get though. Like,
I know, but
there's a good reason why we don't do it anymore. I know, it's completely stupid.
And for drives, it's ridiculous. I mean, obviously they hated it. The spectators and spectators getting hit and hurt and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's obviously really, really bad. But back then it's like everyone used to smoke because everyone thought it's fine. Like back then everyone just kind of do it because everyone used to think it was fine.
I know everybody says unicorn fluff flavoured vapes. So
Yeah.
that'll probably turn out just as bad. So yeah, maybe we'll stand in front of the faff jump. But no, yeah, it's weird when you have to be there to judge it. But like we're pretty good at rallying. We don't go on the outside.
We're not unsafe. But when everyone's just like that, I don't know. Maybe do it once. Like tick it off bucket list.
Yeah, I mean you'll be dead.
No. Bucket list completed.
Yeah, true.
I've got one more thing.
But our fast jump will be classed. There's some other nice roads. The only thing is with Portugal compared to Greece, so we did debate going back to Greece, but we thought we might as well go somewhere new. Is the weather, like Greece was like 35 degrees, blistering warm. Portugal's it's
known to rain, isn't it?
It's known to rain a bit, but yeah, I think they've rarely had weekends in the rally where it's not rained at any point. Yeah. And it's also like 20 degrees, which I mean, fine.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Well managed. But yeah, like just, Greece was just lovely jumping in the pool because you're too hot, like
nice.
Rubbing all that dust off you.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to expect from Portugal. I hope it lives up to Greece. I think it will, and it'll be worth it because this is the last year of the proper Rally Ones. Yeah, so I'm glad we're going to see it. And it's a lot cheaper as well. Like Portugal, we got on much nicer players for the same price.
£65 flights.
Yeah,
that's it.
Flights were super cheap from Manchester, which is nearer to us. Last time we had to fly from Luton, and it was £200. Cheap flights, cheap accommodation. We went for an expensive accommodation, but it was still cheap.
Yeah, you could do it. You could have generally done it for about 250 quid. 200 quid without a hire car, and probably 250, 270 quid with a hire car. You can do it for really cheap.
We have to pay for the young drivers thing as well. Otherwise, but like a rental car, especially if one person's driving it or something, you could go to WRC for
300 quid.
With like while you're there, probably like 500 all in. Like it's not that bad to be honest. Like people, because we get some comments where people going like, "What WRC event would you recommend?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not sure because I've not been to many."
Yeah, just the cheapest one, whatever the flights
are. Because I used to go to GB Wales or something. I'm like, honestly, like that's probably it's more expensive to go to Portugal. Don't get me wrong, but if you're staying over in Wales, getting your fuel there, depending on where you're from, there's actually probably only a couple of £100
Rental properties are expensive here. Like if you go and rent somewhere for a night here, it's way more expensive than it is in Portugal.
It's like £200 a night in Portugal. I'm going to say we're off for 8 nights as well this time, which will be nice.
But no, very happy. I'm very excited. So yeah, watch out for the video of that. And also we've got the upcoming video of me going rallying. We're going to do a 2-part special. We're going to try and make it look really cool. We've got basically like Charles Leclerc Drive to Survive, I think. But then we're really going to try and put a lot of effort into it.
You're never going to look as good as Charles Leclerc.
No chance.
What do you mean? But yeah, we're going to put a lot of effort into that video. So
watch out for that.
Yeah, keep posted. And subscribe to this channel and you'll see it when it appears.
Yeah.
And then we can carry on doing more of this. And it makes us feel happy and good inside.
Yeah, nice, warm and fuzzy. But yeah, I guess thank you very much for watching. We're going to get back to rallying and have some sausage rolls and some stuff like that. And then also go down to Wales tomorrow to watch another rally. Yeah, going down to Wales tomorrow is a pretty mental one for us. I mean, there's 2 rallies in a weekend. But yeah, keep an eye out for the highlights will be posted when this podcast goes out for Carlisle. They'll be on screen now, hopefully, if he puts them on. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I'll mess with him. I mean, the vlog as well will come out sometime soon. Aye, thank you very much. Cheers, guys. See you later. I'm not even going to get enough cap bothered.